11:59 at Radio Free America, and this is Uncle Sam with music and the truth until dawn. Right now, I got a few words for some of our brothers and sisters in the occupied zone. The chair is against the wall. The chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. It's 12 o'clock, Americans, another day closer to victory. And for all of you out there on or behind the lines, this is your song.
All right, welcome everybody. If this is working, then we're going to talk about SHOT Show Day 3. We won't talk about this one, but we'll talk about this one. And until some people show up, we'll talk about patches. And hopefully some people will show up, and we'll talk about other things. But until then, why don't we talk about this bag of patches? This is the sack of patches from Day 3. Approximately 1 puppy length high, 1.5 puppy lengths wide, and as fat as the fattest puppy you've ever seen. So that's approximately. Audio, visual is good. Thank you. Appreciate the thumbs up or the feedback. So first off, thanks to Star for these cool bags. They were all gone down on the floor, but they put them up in the media room also. That was a big win. So thanks for that. I was able to pick up a bag or two at the end of the day. And this is a decent bag. You could probably use this for something like shopping or something throughout the year. All right, so let's dig in, take a look at some patches and stuff, shall we? So this is the morning worth of patches right here. This one. You can see this is approximately 1 puppy carrier full of patches. That was the morning part of the show. We'll set that over there for now. And then this is the afternoon. This isn't a patch. This is a thing that has coffee in it. So we'll pick up that part right now. Review the quality SAR bag. It's pretty decent, actually. Let's take a look. The internal seams are whatever that's called, hemmed or something. That's a pretty good sign of a decent bag. There's a bunch of snot and weirdness up here. I'm hoping I put that in there and it wasn't in there when I got it. It's made out of foreign imported nylon. You can always tell because it's nylon-ish on this side, and it's whatever this is on the other side, which will separate after time and heat and ultraviolet. So it's got a lifespan. There's huge seams that have nothing helping them. So this is a lot of effort for a little piece of thread on this kind of material. So it'll work for a while. It'll work for a bit. And it's red, so it's got that against it. Let's see. First off, we've got one of these retro shirts. This is some kind of 9mm gun, I guess. Let's say that this is a 380 version of the gun. And then some kind of leaves. This is made by a company called Retro, and they make these Hawaiian shirts with the gun prints. Not the first, and not the maybe the largest now, but they've had maybe a 3-year go with this now. Interesting. They have a lot of fun with SHOT Show. This is a water bottle. It's Vegas. Everybody who's watching this should be drinking water. If you're in Vegas and you're not drinking water, you're dehydrated. So drink some water. If you're in Vegas and you're watching this, go drink some water right now. Right now. This is a baby bowl for my baby dog. Over 1 million of these have been sold. This is by Outward Hound, and it uses a zigzag shape to make the kibble harder to grab. He has to fiddle around and take some time. This one's a little tiny baby one, but he's a tiny baby, so he's going to eat out of that. I was not given that at SHOT Show. That is in the van, and I wanted to bring it in because I keep forgetting to bring it in. All right, now we'll get to stuff that is more patch-ish by pulling out this thing from Trijicon, which is a lens brush, and it's not a patch. It's a lens brush. So you had to fill out a thing at Trijicon and give them, like, agree to sign up to some email list, and then you could choose 2 things. And my one thing was this lens brush. You can, I'll wipe it on the lens right now. Don't be scared. Look how I brushed the lens off right there. And then you flip this little thing down. It's a pretty neat little gizmo, considering it's from Trigicon. Is there something on this side? Oh, there's some kind of a thing. What do you think this is? What is this for? Poking people? I don't know what that is. I guess it'll tell us over here. Oh, I'm supposed to screw that on, I guess. Cap screw on. It says cleaning tip. What does that mean? How was this going to clean? Because it's like a piece of moleskin or something on the end. Probably not supposed to touch it. Anyway, it's kind of cool for free. Thank you, Trigicon. I wonder if do they give these things with you when you buy a Trigicon optic? I wonder. Well, let's see. Patch Ops is doing a deal, and on the other side of this, I won't show you, there's a code to get a free thing. Badge holders are a big deal. They matter. Here's a tiny little badge holder. This is a 9mm badge holder. Let's see what else we got here. Global Ordnance. Mortar. Nice. Should we put them straight onto a patch panel or not? We're going to be using the, sorry puppy, we're going to be using these Dollar Tree inexpensive welcome mats as patch panels. In my experience, one of the least expensive and most useful patch panels out there. They are, I guess they're technically like $1.25 now. 10 of them cost like 13 bucks. And we can take that patch. Interesting. This patch is in a completely sealed thing, like if it was a toothbrush or something. Have I ever seen patches shipped like this? I don't know what company this is. So, you know, when you're dissecting a patch, let's take a look. We've got it in a package that's fairly interesting. I'm sure they had to go through some kind of a machine to get that package. Then we have the Velcro attached underneath. That's interesting, but it's shifted. You notice how it's shifted? So I feel like a robot did not cut these together. Somebody intentionally stuck this on here? Is that what happened? I mean, it's too correct to just be thrown in the bag. That just seems like a heck of a lot of labor for this piece, considering some places put it in this way so that they never touch and you never have to pull it off for the first time. There's always a risk, especially with a skinny little rubbery patch like this. When you peel this backing off of it for the first time, that you're peeling the wrong thing and you're going to peel the rubber off the Velcro we want. So, I don't know. Very soft. Anyway, we won't get into the patches more than that, I guess. But lots of forensics we can do on the patches each year. So we're going to throw Global Ordnance on this one, and this will either be a green patch panel, or it'll be an Ordnance patch panel, or it'll be cool looking stuff. But we have plenty of patch panels to start from, or to create. Put that over there. And I have links out to like everybody I know who's here that's cool. So we'll see if anybody jumps in or not. Here's a pack of patches. So here's one from Real Avid. It's a dinosaur doing something, I think, maybe. Is that a dinosaur or some kind of... Dinosaurs usually don't have a big green horn, so is it something else? If it's from a movie, I don't know what it is. So here we see a bag more typical, where it's this like folded over glued thing, and these like essentially corn plastic, like these biodegradable plastics, hole in it so it's not a suffocation risk. And then the patch is just thrown in there. The back panel is just thrown in there, not connected, right? See what I'm saying? See the difference? This one, a little bit more rigid. It's not so floppy. A little bit more Packmeyer, a little bit more Hogue. You know the difference? Packmeyer, Hogue, right? Like a little bit more dense, a little bit more spongy. So this could definitely be a green patch panel at this point. I save these bags because I'm super cheap. If you ever get something from like your website store and it's in one of these bags, I did not buy these bags. I'm super cheap and I'll just save that bag and put something in it. Oh, that's called a duplicate. Wonder who gets these. Patreons. I'm going to start another bag over here for extras. Thank you, Sar, for my extra bag. Extra. This one I had to go over and touch a piece of armor. I had to pick it up, and then they gave me the patch, which is kind of neat to make an interesting patch of your product. Well made. These were made by Patch Offs. No, they're not. These were made by, I'll remember when. So these were made by a patch company. It was part of a patch swap, but they were working with Bullet Safe, and you had to go over there and lift up this armor carrier and see how lightweight it was. But essentially, they made you do a task and perform a task in the booth before you could just have that patch. And then you could have that patch. I'll put it here for now, but we will be resorting since those are horrible patches to have on the same patch panel together. Do you save your pieces of this stuff or not? That's the question. So for me, I'm going to be putting it in the pile. Bullet Safe, Little Rainbow Pony, Blue Dude. Does somebody know what this is? Am I missing something here that I should know about? It's probably from a video game. Interesting. Same place, same everything, different layout, different distribution of the patches. We'll just drop that on that same panel for now and move on. Did anybody mention the Geek Cannon patch yet out there? I hardly ever get high point patches, so that was kind of cool. This is an extra for the Patreon. Milspec Monkey and I usually trade patches each year, so these are the ones I got from Milspec Monkey. You can just go buy these. These are his patches. This is an awesome topographical map with actual terrain. It's literally a three-dimensional grid. I guess it's on a sector. It's a grid octagon or something. You got your awesome mask, and then you got, for the puppy, a cape patch. So those will go on their own panel because some of these are cool. Some of them are brands and stuff, and some of them are people I know and are friends of mine. So we'll put these there. And Monkey's awesome. It's good to catch up with people I've known since 2007. I think I started saying hey to Monkey. Maybe 9. Maybe 9. Started saying hey to Monkey. Our friends over at Arms Room Radio met up with Brooke Cheney, recording with Mike over at Arms Room Radio on the Radio Row. This will go on the Cool People Patch That We Know panel. Now there's also going to be a patch panel for SHOT Show patches. This is both a patch for a podcast, or I guess a radio show, technically, the Arms Room Radio, but also for the SHOT Show itself. And as you can see, Mike is one of the circle bar people. You'll hear a lot of people talking about that. This doesn't actually go into regular people extras. This goes into my personal collection extras, but whatever. This one is called a cow, Utter Chaos. And let's take it out of the bag. It's more fun pulling them out of the bag or putting them on this patch panel because they all have to come out of the bag for that. DJ snoring over here in the corner, so you can hear some snoring. We've got the Utter Chaos patch going. These are difficult to get a hold of. They must have had a lot of them earlier in the week. Those are from, oh, that's also from Real Abbott. Those were the two, that dragon and that cow thing. Extra. Okay, so now we got an AK one. I wish I could do a whole panel of AKs, but I can barely do it. Well, okay, I got one whole panel of AKs in my lifetime, but I don't have one show. We could, however, almost come up with a patch panel, another patch panel for guns. Why not? It's SHOT Show. So we've got Draco here. We'll put their Century AK one, which has happened every year for a long time now. The dog sleeps all day. Well, he gets up and pees, from what I understand, but he sleeps all day. Now he's going to sit there exhausted, more exhausted than he can even walk over here and see what I'm doing. That's pretty exhausted. Actually, I'd have to double check. Is this a new Century patch? Or am I crazy? Once I put it on a panel with other ones, I'll know. And then technically the Yeet cannon could go on this panel because it's a gun. And then technically, would this go on that panel because it's got guns? Nah, let's keep it on this green panel for now. Another slew out of here. Hopefully somebody will join us, tell us about their day at the show. Oops. So, does anybody, oh, think I sent a super chat. Not sure if you got it. Enjoy the shot. Really, I appreciate that. I did not see it over here. Are you watching on the live side? Does the super chat show up? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if it didn't show up, I guess, but appreciate the, what's the word? The effort, the intent I was looking for. So I went by and seen that tack bat, the gun that's a baseball bat thing everybody had a fit about. It's essentially a Slamfire 22 and a tire thumper. So hopefully people will calm their jets about that one. Maybe not. True Spec had this night vision on some helmet, some kind of night vision. No, wait, no, it isn't. It is goggles on a helmet. Yeah, we definitely have a green panel going here. And these came in a fancy bag. These are extra AKs, so extra bag. We got a Run CMC trigger one. I don't know where to put that. We'll put that on this panel for now. Somebody was walking by from the Family Shooting Academy. How cool is that patch? So I said, hey, where'd you get that cool patch? And they just grabbed me a couple out of their bag and gave them to me. Thanks for that. I think that's fairly green. We're putting it in with the green stuff. We'll put it over here so it's defending the cow instead of shooting the helmet. And that'll be cooler. If you ever heard of the gun snob, some dude, seen him walking around. Did anybody visit SCCY? I don't know. I didn't. Is SCCY there? Is that still a thing? So these are snobs patches. I'm pretty sure we know who made these, and this will go on the panel if people know. Put snob there. Actually, I don't know if anybody else gave me their patch, so snob is going to go right in the middle. I don't think anybody gave me their, or no, except for Arms Room Radio, nobody gave me their patch this year. So got that going for you. A duplicate is what it's called. An outdoor edge patch. Set that over out of there. Family Shootings, another duplicate. Ugh. American flag patches, put them in that pile. Got Draco, that's a duplicate. Outdoor Edge, that's a duplicate. Anderson Manufacturing, cool company, helping a bunch of people out, make cool guns. We will put that one on the there. We've got one from, what was this? This was, I can't remember. They didn't put the name on their patch. So I remember the guy giving it to me and I went, oh, that's kind of a cool one. And then nothing on here other than the shape of the rifle to tell us what it is. That's depending a lot on who's giving it to you and, you know, the profile of your AR-15. But maybe it's the optic. I really don't know. But it definitely qualifies as a gun for the gun panel. Anderson. Some people would probably put things like Anderson on a gun panel, but I'm going to leave it strictly guns. Now there's a bunch of guns and gun snobs thing. Again, extra, but not an extra for just anybody. That's an extra for me. We got an RMR from Aimpoint. Aimpoint, one of the legit companies out there making good stuff. They gave us that. Oh wait, did I say that thing came from Trigicon? Oh wait, this is a Trigicon RMR. What am I saying? I'm going to call this a gun, so I'm going to stick it on this panel. This one's got a sticker, so it'll get thrown. We're almost through the afternoon's patches. It's going quickly. Only took 20 minutes to get through most of the afternoon's patches. Hogue has these, it's going to smell like tire rubber in here. Hogue has these, whatever these are called, mats, I guess. A lot of times they'll put these on like counters at gun shops and stuff. It smells like rubber in here. This smells like raw freaking rubber. I don't know if you like that smell or not, but it's all over this room now. And I guess I didn't need them in my lap. And then Hogue is also a knife company. So here's some Hogue knife pads. Pretty neat. I like to put these in drawers of toolboxes so that the tools don't rattle all around in there. An extra cow patch. What do you know? Wonder who's getting those. Family shooting, duplicate. Lizard, duplicate. Lizard, duplicate. Oh, a new one. CMC Triggers International. SHOT Show, blah, blah, blah. So another SHOT Show patch. We'll put that over here. Anderson, duplicate. Run CMC, duplicate. Maxim is a new one. Oh, that was a Maxim rifle. This one's from Maxim, now I remember. Last year, their Maxim gun patch was tiny, tiny. So they did the opposite. They made one of the larger ones this year. Their logo looks pretty cool, and it's got that detail behind it. I don't know if it's going to come out in the video, but the detail behind it is kind of cool. I don't know why some places don't even think about putting texture on their patches. All right, so Global Ordnance Extra Pelican case. What do you know? CMC Extra, CMC Triggers. That one we put out there. So the Pelican one was pretty cool. It basically looks like a Pelican case. I thought that's kind of cool. And it's almost green, so we're putting it on that green panel. CMC Triggers is their logo. As far as logos go, they're able to incorporate their name, very large. Let's dissect this patch. It's a rectangle patch, 2.5 by 1 inch, and black background. When you put it on any black patch panel, it's going to disappear. When you put it on any tan or gray patch panel, it's going to create a black space around the lettering. Excellent bracketing or like spacing on this one. CMC Triggers couldn't be more obvious. Nice, easy to read text. Like the font choice is epic. Then they have a nice contrasting blue and red with the shape of Texas that incorporates their trigger, and red, white, and blue, which works for both Texas and the United States. Didn't disgrace any flag, alluded to the flag without disgracing it at all. Nobody gets their butt hurt, and they respect what the flag means while getting that point across. Epic design compared to some of the other things we'll see, which could care less about writing on a flag, dropping shit on a flag, using a flag for advertising, making your flag out of shitty rubber in a country that uses gasoline to deal with the rubber. I can assume. Definitely smells like rubber in that bag. Those Hogue things are like right out of the rubber factory. Duplicates. Duplicate. What are these? These are Sarsmalar's keychains. They try to rip off the Glock keychain by making their Sarsmalar keychains. No barrel. Come on, man. Glock has a barrel. But they're cheap and they're free. Well, they're free, so I guess that makes them cheap. Want one of these? You want one? You want one of these? All right. Oh, wait. I got a bunch of them snuck over here. Extra. I don't know. What do people think about adding brand logo patches to their patch panels? Is that something cool? Or is that something not so cool? Because some people only want the fancy little goopy, cartoon animals or whatever. So far, this was what we got in the afternoon. Some friends, met up with some friends, changed some patches with people we know. We got couple of gun ones this afternoon. And then this kind of random set that's theming green a little bit, maybe theming some black. We might have a black patch panel happen in here. We might have a green one. I try not to make red patch panels if I can help it, but sometimes it happens. Let's go to the morning. The morning. So I decided to put all this morning's patches into this little puppy carrier. You can buy these on Amazon if you wanted to. And this is a way to carry your puppy around, just like if it was a knapsack. Let's reach in. What do we got? Oh, this is all our stickers. So I usually take a giant patch that, I got somewhere, or in this case, a Geisley badge holder that comes in a bag. Here's a pro tip. Get yourself something that comes in a bag. Open the bag such as this, like opening it. Take the thing out of the bag, and now you have a bag to keep your stickers in so your stickers don't get all gross. And here's a zillion stickers from whatever day, or I guess earlier today. And I can just casually throw a zillion stickers over there and they're not going to get all gross. All right, so we've got Geisley badge holders, orange. They change them around every year. Unfortunately, the one thing they don't change around is the thing that I care most about. But people love these badge holders. This is the part they don't change around. You know what I'm saying? So a little narrow. I haven't shoved anything in here. Seems super narrow. I don't know why the bottom has such a weird pleat stuff. But Geisley's cool. They're a cool company. They really go all out on the badge holders. And unlike a lot of companies that make badge holders, every single year they're different. Well, pretty much every single year they're a little bit different all the time. And has there ever been an orange badge holder? No, of course not, because that's amazing. So one color, urban camo-ish looking thing, orange. Some people say orange, extra, duplicate. Green, kind of woodlandish, tiger stripey woodlandish, kind of. Tan, so it's 4 colors this year. Nice. Set those there. Extra, 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 extra. Oh, those are separate. Extra, extra, extra. So, how many Patreons will be getting a Geisley badge holder full of patches? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, or 10 maybe, if I find them. So badge holders, you can walk around with a badge holder that are super common and about 3/4 cool. Or you know what my alternate option is. These were given to us by the media room. These are nunchucks that you have to fill with water, but they get all mad if you swing them around, so I wouldn't do it. But they say SHOT Show Media on them, and they're bottles made out of flimsy aluminum, and when you open them up, it's like kissing some kind of sloppy candle holder. There's all kinds of wax on here that came off of here. Super gross, but they're free, and now I'm going to pass them along to you. There's another one. So I asked them if I could have a couple, and they said, yes, no one's taken them. I wonder what. They make a nice set of bells. You could put these on a string, and if somebody was messing with your string, you'd know it right away. What do we got here? I used to cut a North American Arms catalog every year, and then I quit doing it, and I decided to get one again. So this is a North American Arms catalog. I'm not even going to unseal it. I'll just leave it up there. This is a pack of MRE crayons, Marine recommended, Marine tested, Marine approved, menu 23, and it's actually crayons. Pretty cool. All right, let's see what we got. Palmetto State. Extra. What do we got? RTS Tactical. Their patches are always super, super thick. They have a gray one and this tan color. Got some extras. So I was wondering if just going through the patches was worth it, or putting them on a patch panel was worth it. And this seems like it takes forever to put on a patch. So people are saying stuff. No more fires from DJ. What does that mean? Did anybody see Scuzzy? No. Just so you know, I received a 30-minute warning notification. What does that mean? Oh, you received no 30-minute warning notification. I just started the chat and went live in like, what, 5 minutes? Like, I didn't waste a lot of time setting it up today, so you wouldn't have gotten, there was no way to know it was going to go live in half an hour. Oh, man, what are these? I get them every year, trying to remember the name of the place. They don't change their patch around, though. So is it Velocity Systems? I think it's Velocity Systems downstairs. They're probably Armor or something. So put that on the one. We got this one. I don't know. What do you think? Laser cut. It's kind of like a flag, but it ain't. And I'm not sure what it is. MT Mac. Oh, this is Max Tex. So they do some interesting stuff. Is this supposed to be reflective? I'm not sure. There's definitely using a laser and fabric and sewing. This is hemmed. Like, that's a super sweet, nice patch. So I like it, kind of. But now, let's see. I could put some hands here. Just move some stuff around here. At least that's how I do my patch panels. And that's the reason I like these doormats, because they only have the hook type of Velcro every so often. You got some room in between. I can pull this patch on and off all day. It's not going anywhere, but it's also going to release super nice. I don't have to worry about ripping the Velcro from the rubber at all. But I do have to worry about dropping about 100 patches onto the ground. So put that there. See what I dropped. Shot Show. We got one of these yesterday from Palmetto State puts a lot of patches out. I would say of the patch game players, they're definitely towards the top. Final smell from the bag? No, there's mostly that rubber smell from the rubber itself. You smell it? Yeah, it was horrible. It's like they made them, put them in like a stack, and then put the stack down. So every time you were lifting, you know, like when you peel rubber from each other, it was like, I was like, oh my goodness, these are like brand new. So SHOT Show 2024. Problem is, whose patch is that? It's pretty decent. Look at all that epic detail. It's got the whole 80s thing. Are we still on the 80s thing, I guess? The Miami Vice thing. So I don't know where to put it. I'm going to stick it in this corner. It's a pretty epic patch. I just can't remember where I got it. It doesn't say on there. If I was one of those people who only got 12 patches at SHOT Show, I'd probably know where every one of them came from. Right? So Mac Tax interchangeable, right on. Got some extras over here happening. Some extras happening. Another one from Fostech. 2024 Shooting for Growth 13. I don't know what that 13 means. I should have asked them. I'll ask them tomorrow. We'll put that over here. Actually, so got a decision to make. Where do you put this round orange patch when you've got a little bit of a tan section going? Easy. You move that one there and you put that one there. It's like patch Tetris. It's easy. Privy Partisan. How cool is that? It's embroidered, but you don't see very many embroidered ones. It's a cool shape. It's got their crossed rifles. It's got their logo. It even says what it is underneath, in case people don't know. And then established 1928, creating authority. Awesome. Really, really like this one. I'm assuming it's made wherever Privy Partisan is, because it's a unique embroidery. It's a unique marrowed edge that I'm not used to. It's very tightly sewed marrow edge that I'm not used to companies doing. So we'll stick that on here for now, because it looks like we might have a blue section happening here. after with that one weird blue guy over there, we do have a blue. This is some kind of thing from some video game, probably from that one company. Is it Night Eyes? I think it's Night Eyes. I forgot to go over there every other day. Every day they have a new one. That's the only one I got. So Gizzard probably has all of these. Watch Gizzard show to see what they all look like. Oh snap! Ghost is in. Hold on. No, he was in here. Come back in here, dude. He's probably out partying. So we missed Drunk Ghost. I'm gonna put this one over here. I don't know if he's listening or not, but I just noticed he was down there. Oh, there. Boom. Sorry, I didn't know you were in there.
No, that's all good.
Oh shit! Hold on. You know what? I gotta turn my volume on. Oh, my volume is on. I am not hearing anything from here.
Can you hear me?
Is Ghost saying stuff?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hello? Oh, he's just not saying anything.
Yeah. Hello.
We're not hearing stuff from your side, Ghost.
Huh.
Oh, now I do.
You there?
Yeah. Wait,
okay.
Say it again.
Hello?
Oh, no, I was hearing it from yours, not mine, huh? Okay, I gotta switch my shit around. Hold on. Back into the room and then turn that volume on. Now you can hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, it's because I think I got an echo from this. I gotta turn the volume back in. Oh, it's definitely echo. Okay.
Yep.
Now is it better?
It's better, yeah.
Okay. Where are you at? You still out?
No, I'm getting ready to go to bed here in about half an hour.
So day 3, how did it go?
Man, it's been a great week. I mean, it's been really busy. But it's been a great week. We're talking, you and I were talking earlier about vibes and all that. It's a little different vibe, but a good vibe,
Different how?
So for me, it's one of those where, like, I don't feel like it's like, not that it's not exciting, but the vibe, it's like, oh man, energy, like it has been in the past, is not necessarily like the energetic vibe, but it's like the work vibe. It's like there's a lot of business going on, and I think they got rid of maybe some of the fluff, and I think people are here on all sides to do business and work. And I was a little nervous about how that was going to go with the way that the economy is and how seemingly the industry had a really bad year in 2023. But it looks like it's a positive start to 2024, maybe.
Right on. Anything cool today or something you didn't expect to see today?
I expected to see it, but it was still pretty cool. A couple of days ago, Black Rain Ordnance released their first pistol. Oh, there you go.
I'm just trying to mute my. Do it right. I forgot what buttons work. Go ahead.
Yeah. So Black Rain, who makes great rifles and all of that, they released their first pistol. It's basically a Glock 19, clone. But they released it here at Shot, and I saw it today, and they've got 2 different models, and it's pretty amazing. It's pretty good. Huh?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was saying, like, the best product that I've seen was the product that I was looking forward to see the most. I put a video out, a few weeks ago about the top 5 products I'm looking forward to see, and I literally saw this bag. And you're a lot like me; you like bags and all that. But I saw this rifle bag on Instagram a month ago. Never heard of the gear. They're brand new. Going to SHOT Show. They're over at Caesars, and I went over to see them on Tuesday and spent some time with them and all that. And it was actually better in person than it was in pictures, which is nice. But it's probably the best rifle bag I've ever seen, and it's really awesome.
Did you guys stick around with each other after the show today, or did you split off? Today's Wednesday. Are you back from the thing already? What time is it?
So the
Oh yeah, you're.
restaurant that we were going to go, that we always go to on Thursday, was temporary closed, and they had electrical fire. So it's been a long week. We didn't get home till 1:30 on Tuesday night, about the same time last night. So tonight we just came back to the house, ordered a pizza. I had it packed because I'm leaving tomorrow, and they're already in bed, and I'm probably going to bed here in a little bit.
You're leaving tomorrow, like after the show or before the show ends?
No, I actually changed my flight. I was supposed to fly out at 3:30, now I fly out at 1. So we have our podcast over at the Bursa booth from 9 to 10 local time. And as soon as that's over, I'm pretty much going to have to start heading towards the airport because there's no telling how long it's going to take to get through TSA.
Well, you've flown out of Vegas from SHOT Show pretty much every year, right? So what's that like when you're heading out?
So it's different. So like it's weird because when I fly from Little Rock to Vegas, and in Little Rock, going through TSA is a breeze. They don't even make you take your shoes off both the time, and if you don't have anything bigger than a cell phone, you just keep it in the bag, and you can wear your jewelry through the thing, and it's real easy. My experiences in Vegas is it's massive lines. There's a ton of people in Vegas, leaving on Friday or whatever, and they make you take your shoes off. They make you take all your jewelry off, pull all electronics out of the bag in its own little thing, and it's a hassle. It takes a while to get through TSA in Vegas for some reason.
Well, I guess I haven't asked anybody in a while, but I was assuming you're going to say something like, there's a lot of people, but they got their shit together and they're quick, but it's not like that.
Well, they have their shit together. It's just a lot more detailed, where you have to take everything electronic out and blah 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 blah. And shoes have to be in a separate compartment. Your bag has to be in a separate bin, and electronics have to be in a separate bin, and all this stuff. And it just takes long because everyone's having to pull all their stuff out and take their shoes off and all of that. And it's organized. It just takes longer.
You've ever seen Max Tax?
What's that?
Max Tax is the name of the company. They're downstairs in the law enforcement rooms always.
No, I haven't.
I'm a big fan of them. They give you these little wallets each year for like putting business cards or something in.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. What's the best patch you've seen so far this week?
I think the Ewok is the one most people like most.
Yeah.
You got one?
No, I've seen it everywhere, but I didn't grab one.
Did you grab any?
Only ones that people that I'm in the booth with, having meetings with, that they have some. I'll grab some of those, but I didn't go patch hunting this year. I didn't have time. I'm not complaining because I love doing the podcast. It's fun and it's been great this week. But that's 2 hours every day that we haven't had to do our stuff. And so it's kind of thrown a wrinkle in schedules and the flow of my shot. So I really didn't have time to really go do patch hunting at all.
Right on. I don't know if anybody out there has any questions for Ghost while he's still up, but thanks for jumping in. What other stuff? Let's see. What would you think if you were about to, put something together for today? What would you have, listed in the short list, or I guess the list of things to talk about, or that happened today?
Things that happened today,
or I guess we don't have to say just today. Like get shot, so far, since you're pretty much going home. Well, so you said you're going home at like 1, so. The show
Yeah.
is from like 9 to something, and then you guys are doing your show. Oh, I have to ask you, when are you doing your show? What's the hours of it?
So tomorrow we're doing it from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. local. So, what would that be? 12 to 1 Eastern.
We ate with Brooke Cheney, and she wants to meet Clover. I think I texted him. I don't know if he replied or not. But so if you remember, let him know that Brooke would like to.
Yeah, sure will.
But okay, I wasn't sure if it was like a 3-hour show. I told her that your show is at 9 tomorrow, and that you guys would be there. But I said, but you don't necessarily want to go there at 9 because that's when it starts, and I don't know how long it is. So
yeah, it's an hour. So, and it's a Versa booth. So I mean, she wants to guarantee that she'll be able to see them.
She knows where it is. I guess Charlie was standing next to her, and he just was able to point.
Yeah, Charlie was on day 1, I believe. Yeah, we had. I tell you, yesterday's show was. I mean, they've all been great, but yesterday's show in particular was amazing. We had a lot of great guests and some really organic, really amazing moments happen in each segment. So it's kind of a cool thing that happened yesterday. But they've all been great. Tomorrow, is our last one of the week, and we're looking forward to doing it. We're pretty sure that it might actually happen at NRAM as well. And I think Bursa's real happy with everything that's gone on, and we've enjoyed it. So I think it might be a thing that goes to NRAM, and then obviously every year it's shot. So I'll have to maybe tweak some stuff, but no, overall we've really enjoyed that for sure.
Oh, sorry, I keep muting. So I went past there. That enclosed area in the back is where you're doing the show?
Yeah, we were supposed to be doing it out in the booth, and I'm not really sure what happened. But NSSF, we think, kind of came in and said that it has to be in an enclosed area, not in the open booth if you're going to do it on the show floor. So what we've seen from other people, they have it in an enclosed area, but they have like fiberglass surrounding so you can see through it. So we're going to talk with Versa and see if that's something they may want to do next year. So
okay, so it wasn't so much they care about you podcasting off of Media Row as much as, I guess, for some reason they thought you were either going to be disturbed or disturb somebody by by not being in a room or whatever.
Right. So,
although I walked over to something in the afternoon, you were probably already recording, but I walked somewhere. Oh no, maybe when I was looking for that Federal booth. So whenever that was, when I was looking for that Federal booth, I walked over by it, and there was some concert or something, like some country music going really loud. And I'm like, oh, this has to be lovely for the people that are like paid whatever thousands of dollars for the booth near here. Can't hear shit because there's country music blaring from one booth. Right. So I guess they don't have any that, right?
Yeah, actually, maybe the good thing about being in that enclosed area is there was the ambient noise you could hear, but it wasn't overwhelming, and the music that was blaring we couldn't really hear through the microphone. So maybe that was a positive thing. I don't know. Don't get a copyright strike, that's for sure.
That would suck. Tough does their scavenger hunt each year. I got 3 out of the 3, 9, 12, 15. I got 3 out of 15. I think Gizzard got all but 1.
Did you see? I've seen them several places, and they're on the floor a lot of the time. The NSSF has put stuff on the floor, and they came up with their own SHOT Show bingo this year. Did you see that?
Wait, what?
Yeah, like on the main hallway when you come down the escalators from like the media room going to the main floor, like on the floor, all over the place and in different places, it says like SHOT Show bingo, and it's like official like bingo stuff. And I'd never seen it done before, but it looks like NSSF got in on the SHOT Show bingo game.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. No, I didn't see that. That's lame because usually it's snarky bullshit crap instead of actually cool shit. Was it lame or was it cool tasks?
No, it was pretty lame, but it was just interesting to see that they're
Like,
they're kind
you
of
guy
getting
with
that
a cart. Why don't you educate people that the carts are necessary for gun shops to be able to do what they want? I don't like the whole like. Usually those things are super smart.
Yeah.
Like I had mine like buy a drink for law enforcement or military in front of you in line. You know, like those were the things on mine, not like oh somebody who you don't like you seen or whatever. Like come on. But anyway, I'll show you.
Well,
I didn't do it this year. I totally forgot. If I would have probably had my shit together, I've done one, whatever. Most years, I guess I forgot to do it.
Yeah, they're fun. I think what this one was, honestly, I mean, and it's not a bad marketing ploy, but they're talking about different things, and make sure you tag us on Instagram and all of that. So I think what they're just really trying to do is to get people to post a lot of stuff on Instagram with the tag and all that stuff to generate, media movement. So I mean, it's a fun thing. I'm sure some people had fun with it, but yeah, the one that you used to do was obviously a lot more entertainment for sure.
I only really did it to be an alternative to the because they used to just be on the forums, and forums are notoriously like ruthless about being weird.
Right.
Can't hear you in the bar, but wanted to step by and say hello. Right on. Thanks, Chris.
Chris he did a great job this year again, so really happy for him.
Got this from She Fires. Thanks for that.
There you go.
Those are like hand wipes, except with that lead material that's like anti-lead, I should say. Like, help remove lead. Those things are super handy. I know a couple of people that, big gun guys, but they got lead poisoning and were very, make sure they always wash their hands after that. They said it's pretty heinous getting lead poisoning.
Probably so, yeah.
Oh my goodness. When did I get this one? Okay, I cannot even. I mean, this doesn't happen very often. I do not remember this patch, so it must have been given to me with something else. This is a battery cover. Is that a point battery cover? No, it's a intensity. So maybe it's like you stick a dime or a round in there and change the intensity on a night vision device or something like that. One's cool. I dig it when you have to know what it is to know what it is, and it's a little bit technical. I really like that.
I will tell you.
I wish I would have known what it is. I'd have like 8 of them. That's a really cool one, actually. Shut up. Go ahead.
Oh, it's your show. I will tell you one thing I forgot. It's probably the coolest thing that happened all week for me personally. Is I was at the Marine party last night, and it was a blast. It was great. I got to see some guys I only get to see, once a year, and telling lies as we always do, and making our stories bigger and better than they really were. This is what we do, a lot of drinking going on. But one of the guys says, "Hey man, let's go inside. I got to show you something." And you've been to the Leatherneck Club, right? I know you were there last year. So inside by the bar on the wall, there's a glass encasement that has a bunch of challenge points that people drop off and donate. And
right by the bar there.
Yeah, and it's awesome. I got stuff from all over the place. And so we go over there, and he's like, "Have you seen the, that's pretty awesome." He's like, "Have you seen the coin wall?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've seen it several times." He goes, "No, have you seen it this year?" And I was like, "No, So we walk in there, and obviously we got a drink while we were there. And I'm sitting there looking at the patch while you see anything interesting in there. So I'm looking at all the different coins and all that, and all of a sudden I look up to the top left corner, and this is inside the panel, is my Ghost Tactical patches on inside, displayed in the coin, not a coin, but my actual patch is displayed in the coin panel, like glass case for all to see. I was like, that's pretty cool.
That is cool. So for people that don't know, well, I won't get into the history of it, but right now the Marines are Marines, so we all know that, and they don't forget it. So you have these all over the place. They have clubs for Marines, I imagine there's lots of reasons for it, but essentially the one in Vegas is a little bit bigger and better than, as you can imagine, than some of the ones that are out there. They're sort of like VFW halls that just Marines go to.
Yeah,
although
as a
anybody
matter
can
of
go
fact, this one was started out as the Leatherneck Motorcycle Clubhouse, National Clubhouse, and it morphed into more of a museum and restaurant, bar, and all that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like themed or not themed. That's a dumb way to say it. It was started by Marines, but they've not,
Yes.
opened it up. But anyway, so it's just it's actually like a cool bar. Period.
Yeah,
And,
it really is.
Marines, but
yeah, people will bring old uniforms and all sorts of memorabilia just donated. So it's kind of like a museum along the walls. Then it's just like you said, it's kind of like a VFW.
But it's not like but it's a Vegas centered, isn't it? Is it basic people from Vegas centric or no?
It started out that way.
Marines are putting up,
it
stuff
started
there.
out that way, but now people from all over, when they come visit, they'll just drop stuff off.
Gotcha. Okay. Anyway, so I guess what we're saying
there was a 93-year-old guy inside sitting at a table who was in Korea. I sat down and talked with him for a few minutes. It was just magical. The Korean War is one of the most brutal fought wars because of the weather. And he was at the Frozen shows, like 93 years old. He gave me a business card. It was awesome. It's pretty cool.
So the Marines have these places, and here the one in Vegas, I don't know, a long time ago before me, they started inviting, first it was Marines, and then it opened up a bit, but they've invited people to join them there, and now, well, you can say more about this one, but it was a different era, let's say, and then it kind of went away for a bit, and now it's back. What is this, now the third year of it?
As the fourth.
No, it was before COVID. Yeah, right. It was
it was 2019 was the first year. So this is the fifth year. Okay. We skipped a year, but yeah.
So anyway, this is a new version of a thing in the same place, but essentially it's a place for the veterans to go, or you could say military-ish people to go, and still a SHOT Show thing, but it's not like a company's like, hey, look at our backpacks, or a company's like, hey, get drunk and remember our backpacks. It's more like Marines are letting everybody in. Let's party with Marines. And if you haven't partied with Marines before, you're missing a lot because
it's interesting. Yeah, I'm a member of the Recon Sniper Foundation, and we actually feel like this is the third year now that we're sponsoring it, and we brought in 5 different little small vendors, but they're Marine owned, like hats and apparel and different stuff, T-shirts and stuff like that, to come in and sell while it's a fundraiser, obviously. But yeah, they're Marine owned, not just veteran owned, but actually Marine owned companies, and I think 3 of the 4 of them were Vegas based. You had a hat company, you had a T-shirt company, and you had different stuff, and it was pretty cool. But like I said, it's not just we call it the Marine Party, but it's not necessarily Marines. It's all military.
It's just because
the vast majority of them are Marines.
Military, but nobody else shows up because military people are a little weird, I guess, technically. And we can stand there and say 3 things and know what we're talking about, and I guess other people aren't gonna. There's other things to do, so it's not like I don't think anybody would be like, "Hey, have you been in the military? Like, you can't come in." It's not like that.
No,
but
anyone can come.
Anyone can come. I don't think people bother to show up, kind of thing.
Yeah, anyone can come. I mean, anyone can. Typically, military guys, because the military guys, we have our own language, and there's a lot of things that happen around vets and all that, shenanigans and all that. So it is probably a little, I don't know, uncomfortable is not the word, but it's different.
Rowdy, but it doesn't really. I've never actually seen it get too rowdy. Like, things might happen that are rowdy there, but it's not like it's dangerous or anything. It's just that it's probably boring.
people.
No,
I think it's like
it's
they like
cool
you're scared
because a
either.
lot
I
of
think
guys
we're just
do get
talking
other talk. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think we're talking on top of each other. I was just saying it's not like they're scared to go in. It's just probably too boring for most people. Like we're going to talk about things over shit that other people just are sick of hearing about or don't care about.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you have guys that were back in the '80s, mostly guys that were in the '90s, like I was, and then you have the GWAT guys, and so it's just kind of telling stories of back when I was in, and all that stuff, and it's just stories and just the brotherhood, and it's a great thing, and then. Then we left around, I don't know, 9:30, and then went over to the guns.com party, met up with Clover and 20 other people that we went out there with, and hung out till we shut it down. But yeah, it was fun. It was a fun week. I went to a night shoot, a private event night shoot Tuesday night. It's really fun. Got to shoot a bunch of stuff. Got some thermal stuff out there. It had some MP5, some full auto stuff. And then they had a big, it's called a Wolverine Revolution. They kind of did they did the chairs against the wall, and John has a long mustache, all that stuff. And they had like some simulations where they had some guys down there shooting up against a tank and stuff, and there was full auto AKs and all that. Had a Dishka out there, which is pretty cool. If you've never seen a Dishka being shot, it makes a very distinct sound. I'm sure you've heard one, G, but if you've never heard of Dishka, they're I think they're just as cool as a Mod Deuce for sure. Probably a little more powerful if you think about it. But anyways,
It's their version of these studies.
yeah, it's their version of the 50. And all of a sudden, this helo flies right over. So after the shooting part was over, they did a coal range, so they moved everybody that was there up on top of the mountains there at Pro Gun. And all of a sudden, this helo comes over top of everyone, and then hovers over, and a little minigun taking out this vehicle. An explosion. They had some artillery being shot at. It was a pretty good show for sure. It was fun to watch.
You got the show tomorrow. Is there anything like last minute you're going to be doing between then and
Literally, I'll have about 30, 45 minutes by the time we get done with the show. So I'll just run and say bye to everybody that I can. And I did a lot of saying goodbyes today to like all the companies, but I'll run by and say bye to some of the friends and everyone that I can see before I head out, catch the Uber to the airport.
So then the question is, did you get everything done you wanted to get done this year?
Yeah. As far as my personal goals, I mean, it was a very successful week. I got everything I need to get done. I mean, I would have liked to have done more, but as far as my goals being met, yeah, everything was taken care of for sure. So that was good.
Right on. Clover and Armentia are there, or everybody's there until, or no, is that person that was with Armentia still there, or did they?
Her friend left today. She flew out this morning.
That's what I thought she went there. So essentially, though, around for a bit, and then.
Yeah, they're gonna. Clover and Armentia are gonna leave Saturday morning and start heading back.
Right on. Well, I threw links out there to, pretty much everybody we know that is here, but it seems like most people are either out or sleeping. So,
yeah, I think everyone's exhausted this year.
Thursday is the day where you're either going to let it all loose because you've got work done all week, and it's now you're going to spend some time in Vegas because tomorrow doesn't matter if you show up late, kind of thing, or you're exhausted from already doing that, I guess, or something else, and you're just going to sleep in on Friday night or Friday morning, I guess.
I'll be up at 6, and we leave here about 6:45 every morning, and do the podcast, and then I'll head to the airport.
So you just travel with like one bag carry-on, or do you do the whole suitcase?
No, I got to do a suitcase, so I've got to carry on my backpack, and then the suitcase I check.
So you got to take that with you to shot, I guess.
Yeah, I always, down there by the basement, the main floor, the bottom floor check-in registration, there's actually a bag check, a luggage check. So
Oh, I
there'll
forgot
be a lot of luggage back there tomorrow morning.
because that's what a lot of people do. Huh? They get checked out of their hotel Friday, they go to the show, and have to leave their luggage someplace.
Yeah, and so I think it's like $5 a bag or something like that. It's nothing really. And you just check it. They give you a ticket when you go get your Uber. You go in there, pick your bag up, and walk out the front door.
That part of it seems like the facilitation of that seems like it's getting smoother and smoother, and that can be overlooked. When we're talking about like, I wish the aisles were wider, or like I don't like the way they treated so and so. Like we get
Right.
focused on shit, but there's that kind of stuff. Definitely
Yeah.
evolving, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing this, every year I've gone, and the first year I didn't know it was there, so I just kept my suitcases in Clover's car, and I didn't know that they had the bag check. And then from that point on, I heard there was a bag check down below, so I've been doing that. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple, and the great thing is it's Friday morning, the security and the police out there out front know that there's going to be a lot of Ubers coming in picking people up, and they've got it down to a science now. They do it really. It's pretty well oiled at this point.
Yeah, and the monorail side has lightened the traffic burden on that side to 1,000%. It's never even been busy over there, and there's no way the show was that slow. So it's just that there's that many people that either get dropped off on their Uber over there or use the monorail or whatever.
Yeah,
but it's like from talking to people, if you stay on the other, like some people for some reason stay on the other side of the strip and then they walk over here. And I mean, the free country, do what you want, but I'm not fucking walking 2 miles before I get to. Well, I guess I walk a mile every day before I get to shop, but you know what I mean. I'm not walking more than that mile every day before I get to shop. Some people are down with that, but essentially, you could stay across the strip. I don't know what that is, Treasure Island or something, or one of those, and then walk just through the links or whatever, and then walk through the parking lot of the Ferris wheel, and now you're in SHOT Show. So that's another option that people are able to do because of that essentially a back door, but it's really the front door of a second building or whatever.
Right. Yeah. The monorail has helped a lot. I mean, they drop off
in that room. Have you gone out? You probably go out to Smoke where the concerts are out there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that part is better looking. Like I don't care what anyone says.
Most definitely.
Entrance to a convention center than that hole in the ground, goofy like. Oh look, you're in a hole. No, you're in a cave. Now go upstairs. Yeah. Oh, you're inside giant cave now. Like you know what I mean? Like for some reason the other one, I don't think there is. I should look up. I guess. I don't know if there's skylights or not, but it seems more lit. Like it's brighter.
It is. It is, and it's much nicer. It's nice out there, and the cool thing is you go out and smoke there during the day or something, and whoever band's playing the concert that night, they're doing sound checks. So you get basically free music, while you're out there smoking. So it's pretty cool.
Pinka says he's driving and listening. He's almost home, so driving home from the airport, I guess.
Nice.
I talked to my friends at the place where it is, Pink, and it sounds like what we were talking about, what you have, what you might be driving right now, and what I was talking about getting might be sooner than later. Looking pretty cool. Question for Ghost or whoever else wants to answer it. I just took, all these patches that I've been fooling with while we're live here and took them and put them on that patch panel. Now I've got all these backs of them, right? The soft side Velcro or the loop side Velcro, and they're all cut out in the shape of those patches. What do you do? Throw these away or do you keep these?
Me personally, I throw them away.
I think most people do, right? I'm wondering, that's why I'm asking. I mean, I don't obviously. I sew stuff, so I keep them around. But it just seems like, for me, let's see. Do our patches even come with that? I think they do, right? It kind of depends on the manufacturer if they include it or not. I don't even choose. If it was cheaper for me to not put it in there, I'd probably not put it in there because it, for me, it seems like essentially 100% of the patches, you're throwing it away. At least if I'm not throwing it away, I'm having to find some use for it. Like it didn't need to exist. I'm saying.
Yeah, it's weird because the last every year I do a patch for shot, and every year that I do the embroidered patches, they come with that soft cover.
Come here.
What's that?
Trying to get that little dog here. Be his co-host. He's not a lazy co-host.
He's not doing his job. So my embroidered patches always come with them, but this year I did a PVC and it didn't come with them. So yeah, I mean, if it's extra, I'm not going to pay the extra. It doesn't matter. But they didn't come with that soft cover, but they did come in the cellophane this year. So that's pretty cool.
So I brought my little dog to shot this year. Here he is, right here. The other dog's over there.
You get to see him a couple different times. Thanks, by the way, thanks for helping us out Tuesday night. I know that's probably a very big inconvenience, but we do appreciate it.
Okay, so all that happened. I get here at midnight. How long did it take after that? I sat down.
We got home at 1:30.
Okay, so how did you get home at 1:30?
Well, we had to put the tires on. We rolled, and then I shouldn't say that. We got home at 1, and then we went to bed about 1:30. But we also stopped and got some food because we were hungry.
I was going to say, you were in front of me until Flamingo, and then you guys, I lost you when we got more. So all the way up to Flamingo, I could keep your taillights, differentiated. Yeah. And you guys were. Then there was too many cars by the time we got right to where we were turning off. But I'm just saying we were pretty close right now. But that makes sense. So anyway, I come home. It's midnight essentially.
Yeah.
DJ, how long did that take before all that bullshit? After I got home the other day, the fire. Yeah, I mean it was after midnight, but it wasn't 1 yet, right? Like I had come home, done whatever, and was just getting ready to go to bed, and then boom, 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 get out. Like what? Like security, get out. The hotel's on fire.
Holy cow. Yeah,
so we have to grab all our shit. DJ grabs his salami and his bread and his Dr. Peppers. And then we go outside. I'm grabbing my laptop and my dogs. And DJ's grabbing the salami and his bread.
Priorities are a little bit different sometimes.
Right. But we go outside till 3 a.m. They something like a motor maybe or something on top of like in the drop ceiling, like on top of what we see, but under the actual ceiling, something in there smelled like smoke, and it freaked out somebody. And then, it smelled like smoke. It did. But anyway, they brought out every fire truck in Las Vegas. Like I think it was like maybe the fire academy, like cadets, like because it seemed like it was like the whole entire hallway of this been in this hotel. The dog couldn't run down the hallway. There was so many fire people in that hotel or in that hallway. So I think it was like one old instructor teaching like a bunch of kids. But the thing is, they weren't all like 18, but they're fire people. So there's probably 35 becoming a brand new fireman.
Yeah.
Oh, there was definitely firefighters than guests in this building. Like there's not that many people here, and there was every firefighter in Vegas was here. So anyway, we got to watch them. I got like a bunch of videos of firefighters throwing thermals, rays, and shit up into the ceiling to figure out what's going on, and then. All kinds of fire trucks. Like I don't want to say every fire truck I've ever seen, but at least 6 fire trucks were here.
Oh wow!
I mean, they were ready for this place to burn down. And anyway, we got to sit here and watch that till 3 a.m. So I got 4 hours.
You got to watch it till 3 a.m.
There's nothing else to do. Like we couldn't come back in the hotel. Oh, and then when it's all over, they're like, "Oh, the restaurant's been open the whole time."
Oh, jeez.
We're over here on this end, cold, standing here. Like 3 other people, and everybody else in the hotel went to that fucking restaurant.
Gotta love it. Oh, man.
Yeah. So anyway, that was only the beginning of my adventures that evening.
See, I didn't know that you had that adventure.
95 miles.
I never heard that.
95 miles that night. It was 20, then 35, then 35, then 20 or something like that.
It was very nice of you to help us out.
Oh, no worries, because I wanted to get with Clover to chat about Amazon and shit anyway, and he was never going to do that. had a shot, so he
Yeah.
had to.
Yeah, it was good, but yeah, it was an interesting night. Yeah, it's been a long. I knew last night was going to be long. Wednesday's always my longest night because I have multiple events to go to that night.
Keep
But
talking. I gotta go.
yeah, but Tuesday night kind of threw the wrinkle in there because we weren't expecting to. We were expecting to get home around 11:30. Go to bed, and we didn't get home till 1:30 and all that. So that kind of changed the flow of the week a little bit, and made it a little bit longer. And walking 12 to 14 miles a day is, you don't realize how much you're walking until you actually look at your phone or, holy cow, I walked a ton of miles today. And, your knees are hurting, feet are hurting, you're just tired in general. But, it's really weird because for me, I don't know about you, but for me, just about the time that I'm getting really tired, I wouldn't mind leaving at 2 o'clock today. Something happens, it gets me back again and keeps me going until we leave at night. So it's a great weekend. Shot show is my favorite week of the year, so I love it.
I take my crap out to the van. So I don't eat lunch there, but I'll take my shit out to the van, and depending on the year and how it's going and stuff, I have done videos of here's the first call of the day kind of thing. So that gives me like 20 minutes to sit there. So essentially it's like taking a break.
Absolutely. We'll tell you that the hour and a half that we're doing the podcast every day is nice to be able to just sit down for an hour and a half. And, you're doing the podcast, but you're also off your feet a little bit. So that.
Right. Well, this was yesterday's patches. I could have sworn it was yesterday. I would have showed them to you if it was the other one. Did I show you that pink patch? Pink?
Your screen froze up and you're oh, there you go. Okay.
I'm on pretty bad internet here. I was asking Pink if I showed him that pink patch. I can't remember what it said, but there was this pink thing. I thought I met up with that guy yesterday. Otherwise, I would have just given it to you already. Or I guess we didn't hang out yesterday. Let me go grab the other day. So this was yesterday's patches. Actually, this was yesterday's patches. This was the good stuff from yesterday's patches.
Yeah.
So then this would be Monday? Didn't we hang out on Monday?
Yeah, everyone was together.
Oh no, this is the range. Did you get any of those gloves?
You're breaking up a little bit.
Did you get any of those gloves at range day?
Yeah, I did.
All right, so this will be day 2. Day 2 down there. Day 2 good stuff up here. Okay, this was the one. So this guy, Review the Pew. You ever heard of him?
You're breaking up. It might be me, but you're breaking up pretty bad for me.
Oh, it's probably me. My internet says it's pretty shitty right now. Sorry. Have you heard of Review the Pew? Have you heard of this one? Is it back yet? Anything? Oh, I'm also muted. Oh no, I'm not muted. That's that. Anyway, I got these for you, Pink. Well, this one I'm keeping for something, but I got these for you. Am I still breaking up? I don't think there's anything I can do. Oh, maybe Ghost had an issue. All right. Was that your
I
end?
think it was on my end. When I was on the Wi-Fi, and it might have done something weird. But yeah, I took it off Wi-Fi. It's fine now.
Okay. So I guess this was from Monday. But anyway, I got these for you. Pink next time I send you stuff. I'll throw these in there. It's, I don't know if it's that cool or not, but it's pink. Anyway, that was somebody who was walking around and just had a cool patch. And I was like, hey, you want to trade? He's like, sure. And he had that one also. I was like, oh, dang. I definitely need to get one of those for a friend. Do you know about the Condor bag? I'll just leave it at that right now.
The Condor bag, yes,
Those?
sir.
I'm talking about this one, the one that's like, not the bag itself, but the one that's like this size. Have you talked to Jeff?
Like recently, like tonight, or
Yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about when I show you this Condor bag all full like this, big fat Condor bag. I should have said, do you know about the big fat Condor bag?
I know about the Condor bags, but I don't know what you're talking about now.
You mean the giveaway ones, like the actual
Yeah.
bag. But I'm talking about, there's a thing that you would know what I'm talking about if I said the big Condor bag. And
Yes.
thought you, wait, do you know about it now?
Yes. Yes. I did. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you doing that?
No.
Okay, you will be. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
No hearing, finding it. Oh, okay. It sounded like it was me. I don't know. Well, whatever. We're about to wrap it up.
Yeah, it was.
You're about
me.
to go to sleep. You got to
It
get
was Wi-Fi here for sure.
some work over here. Come here. That's really
So my wife sent
So,
me a
anyway,
picture last night from my dog. Apparently, she's been sleeping on my pillow every night and all that stuff. So I can't wait to see her tomorrow night.
dude, it's a whole different show when you got your critters here. I used to bring Oro all the time, and it was awesome.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just it was epic because I didn't have to do nothing. You know, I could just leave her in the van. It was awesome. But
Yeah.
really appreciate you helping out, man, to be able to put them out here because I get oh my fucking. But anyway, thanks for jumping in, Ghost. Anything else you want to talk about? Want to plug your people that helped you get out here? Give them a free plug.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Bursa, and yeah, they paid for the trip basically for doing the podcast in their booth. They paid for the house, for travel, for they got me out here in Clover both for on their dime. So that's very nice. Thank you for them. Absolutely.
Oh, sorry. I was reading pink. I meant to say no. I didn't get the blue bag. That's what I was doing that. I forgot about that. Was that? I forget where that was too. Somebody had a blue bag, and in the bag was another patch. Like they had a patch at their booth, and then like if you asked them, you get that one. But if you took the blue bag, you get another one. Anyway, Pink it texted me to let me know, and I forgot about it. I didn't get it. Okay, but anyway, yeah, thanks to them for sending you out. Now, I've been hanging out with. I went to the Anderson booth a couple of times. I know they've worked with before. They're pretty cool too. There's a lot of cool people out there. There's hopefully going to be more in the future. And let's see, we've got She Fires out here this year. Got to meet her. Brooke Cheney's out here this year. Got to meet her in real life, right? DJ's out here this year. We had 2 kids, so the next gen, 2 different people brought their kids out to not necessarily take the baton, but carry everything for them and
be pack deals,
back and forth and do stuff. But neat to see everything evolving and growing and stuff. So it's been a great. So far, the first part of it's been a great adventure. It's not quite over for everybody, but again, thanks for jumping in on your last night. And everybody else who watches this in the future, feel free to leave comments and stuff. We may have 176,000 subs, but we pay attention to the comments. And if you ask a question or something, more than likely we're going to address it in a future live show. And if you want to pass something on, or if you want to say something to Ghost, we'll pass that along. If you want to say something to this puppy, like good dog or bad dog, feel free. We'll give this dog a whooping or a pat on the head. with that, we'll wrap this one up. Say thanks to everybody again, and that's it. We're done. Up, you can go to bed. Gotta figure out which button to click here. Move over. Oh, yeah, click buttons. Here's laying on the mouse. Come on. Move over. Oh, I'll throw a commercial up here for the store because guess what? We're capitalists, and you want to buy something from our gear website store? We do free patches, and I may have even more patches. So might be a good time to order stuff from our store if you're interested. Ordering stuff from our ordering. What am I doing here? Clicking on this.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
But every time you start, I was just telling DJ, like every time that commercial starts, I used to play it before the show. That dog alerts, like, "Oh, we're starting the show." So. But everybody's been saying stuff. I want to acknowledge that real quick. Gunswire saying good night. Welcome. Thanks for coming in and giving us the feedback right off the bat. Bag had 2 keychains, hat, and a couple of writing pads. Oh, okay. I thought the patch came from that bag. But thanks again to everybody that joined us live. Ozzy's out there, and Vulcan, whoever this person is that's new, and Chris was out there earlier too. Our tap said hey, and Gunsmile USA. Right on. Oh, somebody said, I've been thinking about a 20 gauge shock wave.
I tell you what, I shot trap for the first time at range day, and I used that Browning A5 and 20 gauge. It's awesome.
Yeah, ever since I seen Masada Yub talk about 20 gauge, and it's essentially very, very close to 12, so think about it instead of ignoring it. I've appreciated 20 gauge more and more, especially those little firearms. That seems like a great idea. More capacity, hopefully by one, and then a little bit less bulk. Less metals needed to make the thing. So almost like 8 pellets less. So I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great idea. All right. Well, thanks again, everybody. Thanks for the questions. Sorry it took me the entire show to respond to them, but we're kind of on the fly, and we're doing this from a hotel bed. This is what we've been sitting on. I'm sitting on the chair next to a hotel bed. All right. I'm at it. What was that noise? It sounded like a kid was